Good morning, guys. Vindy here with FuturestraderElite. Just getting set up in the morning. I posted in the chat there a link that we will be using if we have to do a reboot this morning. I already have a one scheduled. It's the same title but has reboot at the end. But I want everybody to be aware that there is a link. If you're already in here, holler at me in the chat. Let me know that you can hear me. We'll jump on this charts. Tell me if you can see it. Go on and jump into the chart here. We're on MNQ on the 5-minute right now. Good morning, Prime. No, I didn't. I had somebody else ask me about that this morning as well. I didn't get a chance to get to it this morning. I usually post them between 6 and 7 Central Daylight Time, or 6:30 and 7:30, but had too much going on this morning. Hopefully I get one posted tomorrow morning. Got me kind of thrown out of my routine because I'm so used to getting those in. But even though we don't have the pre-market prep video, we will manage for sure. We are going to, as you can see on the screen now, we have some imbalance here that was on the 5-minute chart this morning. We got our overhead 4-hour zone 537 to 537 to 547. Down here we have 318 to 328. We have, our bullish trend line here is pulled off the 1 hour. This red bearish line is on the 1 hour. Well, it fits on the 4 hour as well. There's a couple of them bearish lines. That other one's way up here though. So, we got some zones and some levels marked out depending on which way they want to go with this. I'm going to hop mine over to the 1-minute chart. And we got, we still got about 7 or 8 minutes. So if anybody has any questions this morning before the market opens, you can throw them in chat if we can get them taken care of. Looks like trying to see if I can see what kind of lag we have. Like it's about 6 seconds maybe. 7. I was just about to start doing a pre-market prep. I thought I was already running behind because of some things, and I was just about to start one. I was like, oh, I might be able to squeeze this in, make about a 3-minute video, but then something else came up right as I was about to start recording with another one of my kids, so I had to take care of that. Good morning, Melinda. Good morning. Morning, EK. Hope everybody has their trade plans in order. Hope everybody's ready for a good day. Morning, Kim. Kim's with us today. Kim, you off work today? our opening range here, you know, okay, I got you, Kim. Opening range, you know, I'm gonna kind of be watching these trend lines that we have on right here, bearish and bullish. We need to kind of look at what these lines are right down here. That's the prior open and prior close. So the top line is the prior open, bottom line prior close. Where's the prior high at? No, it's up there at the top of this 4-hour zone, 547, right here. Right up here, above the 4-hour zone. Where's that prior low? 134 is way down. Down here inside this zone down here, right on the top side of this imbalance, long ways away. Be careful and tread lightly today. You know, they had some wild moves during the market yesterday, so we'll see. Morning, Merlin. Merlin's here. You guys don't mind, smash that like button on the stream. Help push it out there further. See if we can reach some new people today. The ATR is around 12.5, 13, and I'm kind of thinking that, you know, at the market open, if they try to come down some more, we're at 435. You know, if they try to, if they take it to the downside, I think that they would just pierce this 1-hour line because we're in a bearish market anyway. So they'd probably might come down here and try to snag that golden pivot to the upside. I'm going to watch. Ideally, I want to find a short play off of this trend line up top. What I would like, and then for my kill zone to be overbought when it gets there. At least the 1 minute, hopefully the 1 and 2 minute. Just gonna have to stay patient. Stay disciplined, you know. Crazy market. I think somebody mentioned yesterday that there's some news comes out today. Is that right? Forget. Got CPI today, maybe? Good morning. Good morning. More people coming on. I don't see them in chat, though. Yeah, I'm running so behind today. I've been doing good coming out and walking for about an hour and a half on treadmill while I'm getting my morning started, my pre-market prep. And I didn't even get to do that, so. Yeah, thanks, Kim. Hit that like button if you don't mind. If you enjoy the stream. We got about 2 minutes or so before the market opens, something like that. After the market opens, you know, we'll put us in a 15-minute box, or box, around 9:45 and see if they're going to hold this range sideways kind of tight or if they're going to start whipping us around, you know. Them 4-hour boxes here is practically our range overnight above. So anything from right now, anything can really happen between the 4-hour zone up here and the 4-hour zone down here. But then we have our trend lines on the inside of that. Our golden pivot, 362 is the golden pivot. I thought I seen an interesting thing earlier when I was looking at the chart. And now I can't find it. Oh, Lord. To the moon, Jake said. To the moon. Can't remember what it was I seen. I thought I'd seen something about a double bottom already happening. We got about 30 seconds for the market open. Everybody take some calm, deep breaths. You know, slow your heart rate down before the bell. We don't want to go into the market with a whole bunch of excitement or emotion involved. 15-point plan to end the war. Go. Market's open. ATR shot up to about 23. The current 4-hour candle that we're working on has 30 minutes left to close, and it literally looks like a long wick of 166 points. There's barely a body to it. So it's very indecisive. Where are we going to go? Where are we going to go? Up and down. Up and down. We get if they can keep driving us up and get inside this imbalance on the top side here, and they can get my kill zone up there, I'll be looking for the short play. Got some crossover on the 1 minute for imbalance with the 5 minute, somewhere about right here. So, they could come up here and tag that. They could come up here. They got plenty of room to expand to the upside. Tag that, possibly get up here and tag the trend line. Thing is you'd have to almost watch, if they do push it up and get up here to trend line, you got to be careful that they don't sweep this trend line and tag that prior high up there sitting above that 4-hour zone. Tricky they can be. ATR sitting around 26.7. How my scalpers out there were already 2 minutes into the open. Have y'all made some money already scalping? 6-7. Jake's. I knew somebody. I should have known Jake would do that. 6-7. It's stuck in my head. That's what happens with 4 kids running around, teenagers. Everything becomes a joke anytime you hear it. I like it. Merlin's sitting. EK, 1 trade off the open. But it's flat. Did you try to go long or short, EK? Hopefully you took long. Hopefully you took a short. I don't know. I got to stay on the sideline. Melinda said Trump speaking tonight, so it might be hesitant to move today. EK's using the trail, and I like that. Nice. I'm done in one account, a little red in another. Melinda, you on it. You on it. Good job. You'll get it. You get that other one back. Too much whippersawing around here. Tight range still for the ATR to be up around 28, 30, something like that. Range is really tight still. There we go. Y'all gonna push on up? Everything looks like there's more upside coming on the 1, 2, and 5 minute, but who knows? Hey, Cole. Cole's here this morning. Good morning, Cole. You guys are on here and don't spend a lot of time in Discord, or maybe you're not part of Discord. Henson17 in the chat has been doing a really great job. Yeah, this is pretty slow. Getting the push here though. I'm gonna be looking for a short entry up here. See how they set this up. Nice push. Nice push. What are they gonna do with it though? If they got a little more in them to push this a little bit higher. Yeah, it's right there in that imbalance area of mine, top side of it, so you know we got the trend line and 4 hour zone up there. They could still try to come up here and sweep the prior day's high up there. Excuse me. I might be looking for the short play here if they close this candle red. About 13 seconds or so. Oh, let's go, let's go. Push. Nice. Go. My Dane got excited as well about this trade, obviously. Sorry about that. Nice. Let's go, let's go. Don't stop me out. Come down here and get me at the 50. All right, all right. Not too bad. First trade of the day. Anybody catch the short out of that? Nice. Prime said he caught the short. Almost like clockwork, wasn't it? Beautiful short. Beautiful. That's why we follow long tight right there. Dunn gave it all back. You know, and I'd hate to left my stop up here above this wick up here on this red candle or even break even. Just for it to come all the way back and tap me out. Melinda said she got her some short scalps. I sized down a little bit right before I got in that trade. I was going to go in with 5 micros. I only took 3 because it's still so early at the market open and ATR band jumping around 25 and 30. EK took it a little bit early, they said, but hey, that's okay. You still got green, I'm hoping. So I will never understand, you know, that going my way and not following that tight with my stop just for this to come back here and take me out. Unless you scale out and maybe leave one running, but I still wouldn't leave that one up here at break even or above the high here just to run the chances of getting stopped out in the red. That's just crazy to me. Take the green if it's in your favor. Take the green because you can always find another trade instead of always trying to maximize on one trade. You know, it's about hitting several base hits with consistency. It's not about uh, one huge trade. You know, ooh, I caught 150 points. Yeah, that's great, but not necessarily the goal all the time. They kind of up here building some kind of nasty flag, right? I guess I can take these boxes off, guys. I don't think we really need them. They was just in balance that we're on the 1 minute and 5 minute chart. Mhm. Yeah, Melinda said it's hard for her. That's why she likes scalp. Yeah, I understand that. Completely do. This is an ugly chart right here. Look at this. What are they doing? They trying to build a lean mean head and shoulders on the 1 minute here. Gonna be real tight. Get another spike up. Like left shoulder, head, right shoulder. Well, gonna cancel that out right there for sure. Well, it still could be a head and shoulder, just be a really ugly one. Ooh, Merlin took the short. Great job, Merlin. Hope you got you some green in that. This looks like we was early on the first short. They retested that area and This is the short that we was hoping for. The first go round. Come down to the 50, maybe sweep it. Merlin said big green. I like that. Nice job, Merlin. I didn't really get big green. I got me a big 98 there. It's a base hit. Yesterday on the stream, I played that short where I was 70 micros deep and took it almost to the 50 EMA, and we swept, and I went long as soon as we swept on that first green candle, and it came back and made another good hit there. I think 400 or 500 to the upside. It could be what they're doing here, but this indicator being at the 50-yard line, I don't really like that. Not to get into any entry, because this being at the 50-yard line is telling me, well, I could get in this long on the, it's like this is a sweep of the 50, but it could still go down. It's got room to expand down. So I would be risking, say, get in long at the sweep, and then I might have to sit through some red if they want to drain this off some more before we might actually get it going my way. Merlin said patience is pain. Yes, sir. Patience usually will. Profitable trading is boring trading most of the time. Not saying it can't be exciting and being there scalping and taking a bunch of trades and still make money. You got to work a lot harder for it that way, though. Morning, Dane, Husky Life. I guess I better straighten up. That's my wife in chat now. I better be good. Y'all don't tell on me. I helped her with doing some trading last night. She got on in that Asian session, and oh man, she almost had a good lick, but then it was like that ATR wasn't working for us, and she locked in a little bit of green, but oh, Jake said, "Uh-oh, Mama's here." Right, a little bit of green's better than no green. I'll take $5 just as well as I would like 50 to 500. I will take that $5 and be happy with it. You got to learn to be happy with the small wins, you know. See, this is kind of what I was talking about. If you was going to try to take the sweep of the 50, about how it just probably ain't time. We still selling off on this indicator down here, and the 2 minute is about where the 1 minute is, but the 5 minutes just now crossing the 50-yard line to the downside. Jake said he's up 200. Great job, Jake. Watching for the best trades. I hear you, man. I hear you. That's what we're trying to do as well. So now we got some decent imbalance here on the 1 minute chart. We'll throw that on there. We need to put in our 15-minute box as well. There's some imbalance there. Let's hop over to 15-minute chart and see what it looks like. Looks like they might be trying to break out of the orb now, maybe. See? Hop back over the 1 minute. They're right there at the bottom. So there could be a Could be a trade here, if they break out of the opening range here on the 15. Because then we got, if we break out of this orb, we have these lines down here, prior open and prior close right here, these two dash lines. Oh, but you can see we're getting down to the oversold territory. It might be time to start looking for a bounce out of, see how it reacts to these two levels, and then watch this trend line down here. I don't know if everybody was on when I mentioned it earlier, but I posted a link in the chat that if we have to do a reboot today of the stream, I had posted a link already in the chat at the beginning. All right, so we might be getting us a sweep here of the 1 hour trend line. Might come down, tap that golden pivot. I'd like to see our kill zone start to curl a little bit. Don't want to just jump into anything here. Looks kind of like a double bottom on the 5-minute chart. Wow, nice push out of there. We'll see how they close that green candle. There's imbalance all the way back to 414. I might start positioning myself for a long out of here, depending on how this candle closes. I don't like that. There might be some downside in play here. I don't think they have enough expansion to get down here to this 4-hour zone. But, it could get down into the oversold territory and hang out down there and grind on down here. So I'm going to hold out. I'm not going to trust the golden pivot at this point in time. Not that it can't bounce off of it. I don't think I want to play off that right now. We got about, we have here 26. Yeah, wow, we got a pretty big drop right here. You would think they're going to be looking for a relief bounce somewhere down. I'm going to go in small right here, hoping that they're going to find the legs and bring this on up to back to maybe the 50. What I hope. But I'm going to start small in case this is a fake out. I can just get out of this. Looks like the sellers are in control, so we'll see if the bulls got what it takes. Won't give us a relief bounce here. Just want to see if I can get a base hit here. Sellers are still in control. They really need to get up here and break back above 405 or so for us to really get going our way, maybe. I kind of like this candle. If they can keep the bulls got to keep the pressure on it right here, though. That ain't no good. I just kind of want out of the trade at this point, so I'll hold on to one, but I just want out of the trade. Got in too soon. I need to reposition myself, but excuse me, guys. Nice. Now get some legs under yourself and take off. There's enough room to expand on 1, 2, and 5 if they can get their legs here. Really no telling. I'm not gonna take profit at the 50 if they get there, depending on how the indicator looks. I'm gonna throw a stop in here because I don't like how this trade did me in the beginning. Anybody long down here off the golden pivot? Nice. Made a little. Dying Husky Life made a little. They have to get up here and get back above these dash lines. 405. If we can break structure on the 1 minute right here, then it's gonna be on. They're gonna find some legs. Jake said he bought the bottom. Great, nice job, Jake. EK, yeah, in and out already. They're trying to get that 5 minute to get curled up under with the 1 and the 2. If they can make it happen, might be a decent push here. Although 447 kind of looks like a spot where would have to watch for rejection if we can get there. Really want to get stopped out of this trade just yet. I don't want to let it breathe. Plenty of room for expansion to the upside if they can get there. One of the hardest parts is sitting here trying to be patient, though, and give it time to breathe. You know, sometimes you got to give them at least like 4 or 5 minutes to get their act together. Come on now, push this up. I feel a whole lot better if they can put in a decent green candle and close above, 410. Come on, get that push. There you go. Push. We need to push hard and get above 410 and close. Look at that. They wicked up there. When they get to 409.75, 410.50. Come on, push. They need to push it and close it up there, though. Golly. Come on. Come on. Oh, well. Out. Sometimes that's how it goes. Arlen said it's constant battle against his emotions. Yeah, mine too. You know, sat there, could have got out up there when it did wick out, but I was trying to let it breathe. And we got some more downside in play, it looks like. You know, if they take out this 4-hour zone right here, watch out. Hop over the 5-minute real quick and see what it is we're working with here. Oh, this is what I must have looked at this morning. It's kind of like a double bottom right here. So you would have to think that maybe, you know, they get down, they got real close to that right there. So that might be all they get. But if they take out this box, then if they take out this box, 4-hour box, it could be they could try to get back the rest of that move, you know. So I think that was that after hours move maybe yesterday after the market closed. What a push. What a push out of that box. I'm going to go in small right here again. See if they can build this long now that they went down there and tagged top that 4-hour zone. You would think now that they faked us out with this here and drain that on down and tap the top of that 4-hour zone that they might be ready for a better push here. Still in the same boat as we was trying to play this long back here. We need to get this to get back above 410 and hold, you know. That would be ideal. Jake said something about was on Iran's press TV. Come on, let's go. You know, let's get some legs behind this and push really hard. Messing around. Nice. Get up there above 410 and close. Put my stop in this time. Again, hopefully I don't get stopped out too early. We're about to cross the 50-yard line on the 1 minute. So, yeah, Jake said, come on, 100-point candle. That's what I'm talking about. Give us a 100-point candle. So come on. You got to break at 50. Back up here into that imbalance up. Push. Come on, push. Anybody take this long down here out of this 4-hour area? You took it long out of the 4-hour zone? Nice. Wow. All right then. I didn't even get in down there. I was letting the dogs out though. Come on, don't be coming back down here, stop me out. What kind of stuff is this? They couldn't close it above 410. Well, I'll put my stop up there. They'll keep stopping me out until I give up, and then they'll take off. That's just how it goes. Congrats to anybody that's still in this long from down here, got it in anywhere in this run, still holding. I don't like how they're having such a tough time right here at these dash lines. See, they just keep pushing down out of this area. I wanted it to close above 410. They keep pushing it down. Melinda said long at 46, at the 46. Nice trade. You guys are enjoying the stream, smash the like button. Help push it out and now go further. Look at this. Of course they'd stop me out and get up there. Two. Got two micro. Nice. Getting out traded by the wife over here. Well, she locked in $432 and some change on that trade.
Learning from the best.
Good job. Didn't hold, but 30 points. Great job, Melinda. Great job. Now we get up here and test the 50. Finally. Got inside some of that imbalance there. I'm liking the first red candle on the 1 minute with the kill zone being up by the overbought, but I'm going to hold off on taking that trade this go round. That's a, if they close that candle down here, that's like a 30-point candle. That's not really what I'm looking for. It don't mean it won't work. They could go and push it on down here to the golden pivot, but not quite all the see, that right there is why I wasn't going to take that one. Nope, not happening. And it's still early in the day. You really gotta pay attention to the indicators, as how they're all lined up, and plus what time of the morning it is. Plus there's news going on, and then how big that red candle was. I mean, you got to take everything into consideration when you take that type of trade. So for me, I'm glad that I held out. Now if they could keep pushing this on up and get to that imbalance area up here inside the orb, and all these, the 1, 2, and 5 can kind of get in line and get exhausted or something, I'll be looking for it for that short. Jake said 10:30 crude and gas inventory news coming out. That'd be about 20 minutes. Crude oil futures has been back down. It's been back in the 80s for several days. A lot better than it being up around 95 to 110, 15, 20 back when it first spiked. Anybody still holding this long from down here? I know Jake said he was still in it. Swang, nope. Morning, Swang. I didn't realize you was already on with us this morning. ATR is still up around 25 area. Jake said he wants to see another couple up candles. You know, I mean, it's there. There's plenty of room for expansion. Chart looks a little nasty, but I could see it happening. You know, they get closed up here above the 50 EMA. Have to wait and see. Still a little early, you know. As much as the 1 minute chart don't look that great, they're still moving the price up. So what a morning, what a morning. Wanted that dog food. All right, so one of my Danes in here trying to get into a tote full of dog food. Looks like they're trying to give you that move, Jake. A few more candles to the upside, maybe. You know, I would like to see them push this on up. Your lab acts like never eats. I don't know what goes on. That's the female Dane. Sometimes she don't eat a lot some days, and then she'll go 2 or 3 days, and then all of a sudden she wants to make up for all the days that she didn't really want to eat. He was the one back there popping the lid off a tote, hitting mouthfuls, dropping on the floor, and then all the dogs running over. All right, Jake looks like he's gonna get his push here. I'm gonna be looking for a short play in this push for relief somewhere. I'd really like to see it get higher than this though, because there's a lot of room on the 5 minute to expand to the upside. Take this off of here. That's funny. The lab's family, man. He's hungry. I'm not going to take this first red candle either, for the simple fact that it closed above the 50 EMA, and the 5 minute still has room for expansion. So that's how my Danes are with water, Jake. They'll drink. You would think they were camels, and they'll drink out. If you fill that bowl up, they'll drink it all, and then go get sick, and then want you to fill that bowl back up with water. Yeah, well, and if I don't immediately fill it up, then they come jump on me and let all that run off their face on my neck. Nasty. It is not the best. It's the best because it's not running down your neck. All right. So eventually, eventually, I'm going to be looking for relief here, but the 5 minute just now crossed the 50-yard line on the kill zone, so to the upside. So we'll see. all that food. Hungry. Got to get another red candle on this push, but I still don't think it's ready. Could be, but anybody still in this long from down here in this area and letting one run by any chance? Jake's still in it long. I'd like to see him get the push on up into the closer to the high back here in the top of the orb before trying to set up for a short play. Nice job, EK. Got in and out on the pullback. The 1 and 2 are kind of ready for relief for short play, but that 5 minute, I don't like how much room is left on it to expand. Because if they want to push this, there's enough room to expand on the 5 minute and get it on up here. Back up in this area to these highs right here, that trend line maybe. Which then could leave the 1 and the 2 minute and the overbought, you know, and they could trade sideways up here if they want to slow grind this to the upside. Cole said no trades for him yet. Some plays, but just not trusting the chart yet. That nothing wrong with that, Cole. The right kind of discipline. Let them trades come to you. If it don't feel right, then you know it don't feel right. You got to think, if the trade is not obvious, that means it's optional. You don't want the trade to be optional. You want it to be obvious that you should. Melinda Jake don't know what a trail stop is. He YOLOs all the time. YOLO. I think everybody YOLO'd holo back when that happened. That was kind of like one of those GameStop stories. I almost wanted to take that short on the close of that red candle, but I don't think it's ready. Might be though, the way they're building out though. Their flagpole. This could be a little flag for some consolidation, and that could allow these indicators to bleed off some instead of actually getting a decent drop. Yeah, I'm with you on that, EK. I can get behind that. No, plus we got that 500 whole number up there, psychological number, close to the top of this box. So like I was saying about the 5 minute, there's so much room to expand up. It was a little too risk reward wasn't good enough because of the way that looked for me to want to take that red candle short play every time one was put in, and they keep stepping it up. And the 5 minute still, it's about 40% on the kill zone, the overbought. You know, needs to get to close to 80 as possible, and get in line with the 1 and 2 and let them all start curling, and then maybe try to build into a short position. I guess in reality, I guess we could have played this long considering we talked through the whole play all the way up, seems like. But instead, I guess I'm just a commentator instead of a trader. You guys are liking the stream today, go smash that like button if you hadn't already. Help the algo pick up the stream, send it out to more people, grow the community bigger. I have like there's about an 8-second lag, maybe. You guys let me know in chat how things look on your end. I thought we thought it was froze up there for a minute. Jake says, come on, double top. Bam, there it is. I wasn't even paying attention. I thought that we was froze up there for a minute. Swain said it looks good, so. Try to go in small here on this red candle now that they come to the top of this box and see. I don't want to get heavy into this position though. I just want to try to see if we can get a base hit out of it. Nice. Beautiful. Come down here and sweep the 50. Keep pushing. Let's go. Come on. Nice. Beautiful. And that right there is why we wait for things to line up in our favor and be patient. How low can you go? How low can you go? I'm just gonna, it's gonna have to stop me out. I'm not being patient. Nice. Beautiful base hit, guys. You got in that too? Dane Husky Life got in that. Who else got in that short out of the top app? Look at this. Look at this. What? Exactly why I wasn't given no breathing room. I do not trust the market. Man. Hey. Saw it here first. Well, it's almost 10:30. Jake had mentioned something going on. Look at that. Nice job, guys. Looks like Prime got in that short. Melinda, nice. Melinda got in. Green is green, but this right here is why we talked all about. I don't understand why people leave them stops up here above like this candle. They would have went short here and put their stop above this candle to the left, this green one. And then they wouldn't have took their profit. And then that candle would have just come stopped them out in the red. That would have to really take a toll on your emotions if you keep doing it that way. Kane, I got it too. Look at that. Another Discord member in here in the background. Got the trade again. Lock in that green. Yeah, this is starting to look a little messy right here. That right there is why we do what we do. Patience paid, guys. Patience paid. I missed a whole lot of that long, but we was patient. Had our box drawed out for our imbalance up here. And I thought that the screen was frozen, wasn't even paying attention. Luckily, I was able to get in the first red candle. Nice. Yeah, Jake said patient, react, don't predict. That's what it's all about. Structure, confidence, and precision. Yeah, be proactive, not reactive. I mean, there's a whole lot of good ones out there. We're not out here trying to reinvent the wheel. We're out here trying to give a better, better education on what to look at and about structure. All right, so this chart looking pretty rough. What are they going to try to do here? The ATR is up to almost 30, so you got to kind of wonder what the next trade is going to be worth taking here. Are they going to try to come in and put in a higher high after this drive up? Harris says it's going up. Harris, you might be right. Get us a line here on the bottom side. And this is a pretty nasty little drive to the top side here, to the top side, and it's kind of ugly. All these wicks, but they did it. We talked about it, why it was down here. Yeah, it is a sketchy day. Yeah, it's a crazy looking drive back up. It's a messy one, you know. Should have seen some more whole candles and some less wicky and have some better candles in there. But you know, the eyeball is all going to be on the structure right here when we made that breakdown right here. We need to see how they react at the top of the orb here. Excuse me, because even if they do push this up, we got that overhead trend line. That's the 1 hour, or same line on the 4 hour, I think. So you got a high time frame trend line up here, the top of the orb, a 4 hour precision entry zone, and then the prior day high is at 547, sitting right on top of that 4 hour zone. So with that said, you got to think there's a whole lot of resistance right there. That's prior high up there. So I just don't know if they have it in them. They might have it in them to push it there. I don't know if they have it in them to push past it. There's a nasty looking wannabe head and shoulder right here. Kinda ugly though. This ain't much of a shoulder though. Kind of looks like a a funky one, but yep, Chop City. I agree. Just gonna stay patient, you know. Stay patient. Sit on the hands for now, unless you're scalping and or whatever. I mean, just do whatever you want, but I'm gonna sit on my hands. For me to be looking at something, I either need this to push up into this 4 hour zone and get me overbought, or I need this to come back down below the 50 EMA. Say maybe let me go look at 5 minute chart on TradingView quick. So say got some imbalance off the 5 minute right here. It's pretty close to what I marked on the chart, it looks like. I don't even know if I would like that trade there, you know, even if they do drop. I think that they would have to drop further than that in order to get my indicators on the kill zone where I would want them to think about position for a long. So I just had to hold out and see what they wanna do. Yep, Melinda says that we have lower wicks on the 1 hour. I think I noticed that earlier. I didn't read too much into it, but I think I did see. To the moon. I don't know, Jake. If they do, it'll be when I'm not prepared. Like that move that they did yesterday around 3:21, I think it was, or I'm sorry, 4:21 market time. Uh, I had already shut down for the day. I was waiting in power hour, waiting for this move to come, and then once I'm off for about 20 or 30 minutes, that thing took off like 300 points. I was like, man, I sat there with my finger on the trigger, but that's fine. You have to be used to being able to miss big moves because it's not all about catching a big move. Although I was trying to catch a part of that move in power hour that never happened. If they really want to keep taking this to the upside, they're going to have to get up here and break above all this resistance. Maybe consolidate, maybe even retest, you know, break through the trend line, sweep us up here, these highs, maybe come down and do a retest, consolidate or something to keep pushing up. I don't really think that that's what's going to happen, but we'll see. I'll still be looking for a short play up here when they get there, if they get there. They're getting the 5 minute indicators oversold pretty decent enough anyway. Bear says it's about to short. Maybe. I mean, it's setting up to take this close of this red candle, but I don't trust it right now. Again, I don't like what I see everywhere else, so I will just have to miss the short if they do it. So, and I'm fine with missing, you know. I've got some base hits across the board so far. Don't necessarily have to be trading. And it's about 10:30. We're about an hour into the market, so 10:36. We'll see. That 10:30 area can be kind of tricky sometimes. Sometimes there's some movements on the chart that if you're not used to keeping up with the times a day and when things happen on the chart, 10:30 is one of them. Sometimes, not every day, but sometimes. You always got to be cautious around certain time frames. And then if you miss the trade, you just got to have JOMO about it. Cole says he went long at the retest of the monthly low 459 and out at 509 on the wick. Great job, Cole. That's what I'm talking about. Patience paid. You waited for your plan and you traded your plan. That's what I like to hear about. Great job. If y'all are in Discord, that is Cole Henson out of Discord. He's an elite member. He's pretty active over there. Melinda says she shorted 84 to 74. Nice base hit, Melinda. Nice. I love seeing you guys getting these hits, base hits, big hits, little hits. It don't matter as long as you're getting them and they're green. Very, very nice. I think guys, guys and gals, I think we've had a pretty decent start to the day myself. Jake's Platinum Elite. There's Merlin. Merlin, have you taken any more trades? How many trades have you taken today, Merlin? Nice. Still just the one? Hmm. That's okay. There's been times where I've only taken one trade in a whole day that I traded. It's about taking the ones that matter the most to you that are part of your plan, especially if you're waiting around for A plus setups. Melinda said, yeah, it's been a good day. And Merlin there's also elite member out of the Discord. That's Trader Merlin. If you're new here or if you're not a member of Discord and get over there. Some of the people in chat are from over there. That way you can recognize who they are if you go over there. If you are on chat and want to join Discord, just let me know and I'll try to get the link and throw it in there. Yeah, EK, that's awesome. You've been doing great. EK is also elite member from Discord. Really, really proud of all the progress that I've seen. it's really why how it all started, why I started FT and all that. So it's awesome to see. And patience really does pay. But you have to be patient and know what you're looking for and not blindly just follow something or chase or revenge trade. You got to leave all that stuff at the door when you come to the desk. Have no emotions, walking in and turning the computer on. I really appreciate the kind words, EK. Jake said, hover in the sell button. Not a bad idea. Jake, we need to get some more expansion to the upside, but I'm with you on that. I'll be on the, it looks like they want to make it up into that 4-hour zone up there, possibly prior day high. I'll be looking around there myself. Melinda said, think me and her will help slow down. Appreciate that, Melinda. I think, at least I hope it does, you know. Merlin, it's not just you. I mean, that's a big factor for, I think, a lot of traders, all of us, myself included, and together in the community, we'll excel at it. Try to help keep each other accountable. I mean, you're doing great today. You only took one trade, and we've talked through a whole lot of stuff since the market's been open as far as trades. And I hadn't taken many. I think I've taken 2 or 3 small base hits. But I think that's great. I appreciate that, Merlin. I know there's probably, I know that everybody in chat's not from Discord or an elite member of the Discord. At least I don't think they are. Unless there's some people in the background being quiet. If there's anybody new here, you can come join Discord for free. Check everything out, see what it's all about. And then we got Jake on here, who's a platinum elite, he said, which Jake ain't trading futures with us, but Jake is a really good trader. Me and him go back probably about 3 years, I think. Close to it, probably. Jake just said, House Speaker Johnson says Epic Fury's almost done. Merlin said he's triple platinum. With 4 counts, I think I've only taken 100 trips. Like, hey, it can be, trust me. I mean, it's kind of funny, but not funny because I've been there. There's been times where I was a high frequency trader, scalping, and I was taking probably 2,000 trades a day or better. That's a lot of work. That's what HFT trading's all about, though, Swang. I mean, when you see that acronym pop up somewhere or people talking about it, they're not just trading like 100 or 200 trades or 300. I mean, they're hammering them out. They're out there, and it's like high intense, fast scalping all day, both directions. There's nothing wrong with doing what you're doing, Melinda. I mean, there's people every day that trade like that. I mean, what it's about is making a choice. You can choose to trade whichever kind of way you want, whatever kind of strategy. Uh, no two traders are the same. One person might like being a high frequency trader, whereas the next person wants to be a swing trader. I mean, different for everybody. You just got to find that lane that fits you and as a trader and stay on it. Yeah, like Slang said, I mean, if that's what it boils down to at the end of the day. You're making money, that's all that matters. As long as you're understanding how you're doing it, and it don't matter if you can make someone else understand it, as long as you understand what you're is the important part. Because if you can constantly keep doing it and do it whatever way fits you, then there's no reason to change it. You don't change something that ain't broke. The only reason to change is if you're just looking for a different path, really. Like I said, for me, I did that kind of trading and scalping for a while, and it's a lot. It is a lot to do. And I was like, no, I'm tired of this. This way, I can't be trading like this every day. It was exciting, don't get me wrong, but being a sniper all the time, scalping. Yeah, Harris said emotional gauntlet. Yes, it is. And EK, you hit it. You hit it on the head with that. It's exhausting. I think that's where I was at with it. I mean, it just got to be a lot by the time the end of the week come around. You done made so many trades. It's ridiculous. Cole said half today on funded, 99 bucks green. Don't like the chart. Gonna work on the boat. Sounds good, Cole. Sounds good. Hey, and I like that boat you posted in Discord. That wood boat. Nice. I like that. I also like that you do that river guide up there, or guide or whatever. That's awesome. Fishing used to be my favorite pastime. I've kind of gotten away from it over the last decade, probably, but yeah, you're welcome, Cole. We'll see you back maybe tomorrow. Time, same place. Swang, have to find trading solid. Yeah, Swang said it. What, Jake, you want to go fishing? I don't go like I used to. Things got so busy with life when the kids started getting older. When they were still little, we used to go quite a bit, but sports, sports kind of did away with that. I need to be looking for a short here. I wasn't even paying attention. We are we are exhausted on all time frames. I'm gonna try to go in small here. I didn't get the close of the first red candle, but I think that we might get something here maybe. Maybe be able to snag a base hit out of this. That's awesome, Cole. Yeah, we used to. Well, we got a camper down here where we're at the lake. We ain't been the last 2 years because life's so busy. We might sell it. Really, they still ain't trying to put the thing up. At least come back and give us some relief on the kill zone. Come down tag to 50 at least or something. Some kind of little pullback here. If they want to keep pushing it up, you would think they'd cool it off a little bit on the indicator, but they could stay in the overbought zone for quite a while and trade sideways and grind up. So kind of went against my game plan because I was wanting to short up here in a 4-hour. But everything else was lining up that would be a good spot to start a short entry. Of course, I went in small because I don't really like the chart at all. I hadn't liked it much all day. And I can just close out of the trade or dollar cost average in. I think it's worth doing. You know, we got that imbalance I put in this chart off the 5-minute down here. Why don't they come down there and sweep all the way down there? Tag it. That'd give us enough relief in the indicators for a leg up if they really wanted to go up. If they'll come down here and give me 60 points though. Yeah, sounds good, Cole. We'll see you. Yeah, it was about time that I added something like that. I should have done it earlier on, but never got around to it. Hadn't really thought about it. Hopefully, some more people get active inside the channel. Come on, let's go. Give me the push to the downside. Give me some kind of weird rip to the upside. Oh, oh, wrong way. I don't know. Room beat says he's long up here. I don't like what it's doing here. I mean, I was hoping that it would already, broke down some, went my way some. Try to let this breathe a little bit. I don't, it took too long to go my direction, so come on. Go. Push it down. I don't like it. Push it down, give me a decent base hit. It's not, now they'll drop it for sure. Now that they stopped me out. It's okay. I don't like it. It was taking too long. And sometimes that's how it is. I mean, this thing could Could take a minute to really get a good rollover out of it. Like the 1 and 2, they can cool off. See, this is the 1 minute just broke below the 50-yard line on the indicator. They could pull the 1 and 2 back. The 5 is still sitting way up here in the overbought territory. But these could come down. The 1 and 2 can come down, and they can still push this higher and keep the 5 minute up there in the overbought territory for the next hour or two. Nah, we didn't make it down to 23.5. Not yet, anyway. You never know, you know. You never know. Harris says he's not convinced of the long today. Yeah, I mean, I'm not either. I'm just trying to react to what I'm seeing. So I think it'd be real hard for him. It'd be real hard for me to get to the long side unless some kind of news drops and they break through all this resistance right up out of the orb up here. I mean, there's more there than meets the eye with that trend line and that 4-hour zone and that prior day high. Although they could get up there and try to sweep this, it'd be a bull trap. So it'd be something to watch for sure. Oh, excuse me. Remod. Awesome stream today, Vindy. Make sure to hit that like button, everyone. I appreciate that, Remod. Means more to me than y'all know. Hitting that like button, and we try to do what we do every day. Did you take any trades today, Remod? Are you green on the day? Paris. Like rocking with you guys. Plus the southern accent's fresh. It's funny. I appreciate it, Harris. Remod taking 3 base hits all green. Wonderful, wonderful. Look at me. I'm not even looking at the chart. Okay. So here we're getting this push. This is the short we was looking for when we was in it a minute ago. Oh. Chester. Oh, just saying hi. I told you I'd be watching today. I'm green at 375 today. So far, we will see. Awesome job, Winchester. Yeah, wasn't you on for a minute yesterday on the stream? Or maybe it was through a message or something. Glad to have you here. Glad to have you here. Oh yeah, I think I remember. You had commented on YouTube video, didn't you? I think. Okay, yeah, I know I recognize the name. I wasn't sure. Thought maybe it was from the stream yesterday. I'm sorry. It's hard for me to keep up with a lot of names. So this is a short play that we was looking for, sort of. That I was impatient with, and I just put my stop in and got out. I got like my $10, I think, or 11, but wasn't liking the way it was shaping up. The 5 minutes starting to finally look like it's rolling over. So we'll see. The problem is they're pushing this down now. The 1 and 2 minute. You see the 1 minute's almost oversold. The 2 minute is down past the 50-yard line. If they can get the 1 and the 2 down here, they might relief bounce in order for the 5 minute to get down there. You know, I keep rambling on about all that. I'm going to pull my trading view chart in real quick. You see how the 1 is almost already down to this dash line almost. This is past the 50. But look where this on the 5 minute is. Whole lot of room for expansion to the downside. So, you know, these could get down there. This 2 could get down here and these bounce. Well, and then bounce come up so they get more in line with the 5 so they all go down at the same time. That's what I'm always looking at when I'm talking about it all the time. Yeah, sounds good, Winchester. Build a trade plan. Build a trade plan and trade your plan. The name is from Supernatural. That makes sense. What a day, what a day. So now that we got this move down and we closed below the 50 EMA, I'm kind of going to be looking possibly for a long trade, but I'm not going to really be looking real hard for it until the 5 minute drains off some more on the kill zone. Yeah, Jake said it best. Plan your trade, trade your plan. Fail to plan, plan to fail. Tomato, tomato, potato, potato. Nice. Jake's closing his long. You held on to that for quite a while. Gonna wait for a new opportunity. Jake closed in the green like always. Nice, Dean. I appreciate that. I really do. This little relief bounce here. I don't trust the chart right now. I think I'm just gonna sit on my hands for the moment, for a little while. Merlin done for today. Hope everyone finishes green. Amazing. Hey, thanks for being here, Merlin. We'll see you on the next one. Appreciate you being here. And being active here in the chat and in Discord. Have a good rest of your day. Short coming soon, Jake says. Yeah, we'll see, Jake. Who told you that? State Farm? Yeah, no problem, Marlon. I'm with you, Jake. Where's the short though? We gotta get a good entry for it. We gotta get a good entry for it. Things are a little too wishy-washy like right now. Uh-oh. Dean said buyers are caught at in the 500s. I believe that. Tweet incoming, Jake says. There's nothing true in the chart. And Dean says we start going over 500s. You know, I think it's going to be a struggle. They're not going to do it without that tweet coming. And I don't see it happening without the help of some kind of news or the right tweet at the right time. And if they do, because anything's possible, if they do get back up into the 500s, I think they would only be going up there to test the prior day high, maybe sweep it, trap some bulls up there that are thinking they're wanting to go long. It's just it's hard for me to get on the bullish side since we're in an overall bearish trend on the higher time frame. So I look at longs and typically think, well, these are definitely going to have to be base hits or scalp opportunities. Just depending though. I mean, we got in long. We talked through all that down here. We was long from down here in this area, and I think I was out somewhere under the 50 EMA. Jake held through a lot of this and just got out. Probably, I think he just got out probably right in this area right here on this 50 EMA when it looked like it might want to roll. Jake said it feels like a 215 tweet day. Yeah. Yeah. Probably right. Can we find us a long down here out of this area? This is coming back testing that 5-minute imbalance right here off the 5-minute. Now, 5-minute candle don't close for a couple more minutes. You know, they need to pull the price. They need to pull price back to the 455, 460 range and close back up there. And then it might be good for the long because this right here, say they close above this line right here, and it stays above that when the 5-minute closes, then it will be a sweep of the 50 EMA on the 5-minute chart. It's swept it right now, but if it can close back up here, it swept and will close. There's about a minute, 15 seconds left on the 5-minute candle. Jake said it's time for a sandwich. I don't know if Melinda brought the Uncrustables today. She hadn't mentioned it. Don't look like they're going to get it. On the close it back up above there, they got about 35 seconds. They'd have to push really hard. They want them tweet candles to get back there. Dean said the point of control was lost. I get some relief down here. This is the prior day open and close down here. These two dash lines, I believe. Yeah, prior day open, prior day close. So. Good morning. Good morning, Kevin. Kevin just joining us, I believe. Careful. I'm going to rotate out here of these accounts for now. Get in this different here. Start trying to maybe build into a long position maybe down out of this area if it starts setting up right. Come down, build this in balance, so we'll take that off of there. Oh my dirty. Like I might have got in that just a tad bit early. They ain't trying to bounce that, are they? Looking for some kind of relief bounce here. Everything's exhausted pretty much on the kill zone indicator, so we'll see. Push. For me. Go. Push. I rotated instead of a batch of evals. So I'm going to run them a little heavier. See if I can pass them in one day. Like I'm a little too early on trying to take a long though. Try and be patient here. Make any rash decision on cutting. Now's the time I need to tweet. Ugh, let me out of some of these. Just won't do it. Are we gonna get that push? Gonna pass these one day. Come on. Oh, didn't close it in time. Blam. Nice. Did me dirty. Watch him come down here and take that 4-hour zone and then rip it to the upside. That would be my luck. Ooh, ugly. I would have passed him, I guess, if I was short. Did anybody get it in this short? And if you did, that's a nice one. Beautiful short. Wait, look at that thing just go. Wang said he did. Yes. Wang said he got stopped out. Dropped. I was in, but took profit too soon. Harris took Alicia Green. At least she didn't blow some evals like I did. Did better than I did. That try another eval here. See what happens. I appreciate that, Harris. That's what it's all about. You know, breaking down structure, uh, talking through what we see live, why it's happening, and not doing it. Not me just doing something and then not explaining what's going on or why. Although now I'm trying to pass some evals. Today I like to have them stacked up. I'm trading these Bull and Ox evals, which are only $19.25 right now, I think, for 50K. So, you know, when I try to pass an eval, most of the time, on them one day ones, I try to pass them in a day. A lot of times, sometimes I'll just take it easy in them. Other days I get a little bit aggressive. That way I can stack them up to be activated, funded. I can get a little more aggressive when I only got to pay $19 up front for the eval. But you still have to pay activation fee to fund them, so they catch you on the back end. Yeah, chart's looking pretty rough. I'm gonna try to hold out here for expansion back to the upside though, because we got plenty of room to do so. You know, we got imbalance all the way up to 380 right here on 1 minute right now. Then it'd be nice for him to get back up here and maybe tag that 50, maybe sweep it. What I'd like to do is try to hold long here, and they come back to maybe the 50, or until this kill zone indicator gets exhausted up here on the 1 minute. And then I'm going to try to flip short. I'm going to play long and then flip short is what I want to do. I want to hit it on both sides. Who's 19? What are you talking about, Swain? Oh, Bullinox eval. 89% off right now. Code FTE. I don't have a code with Apex yet. Once you pass a Bullinox, a 50K is 148, and then a 25K is 143. Yeah, the code FTE. The 25K is like $15 and a quarter right now, and then I think that the 50K is $19 and a quarter. And you can have up to 11 funded with Bullinox, whereas Apex is still 20, I believe. Maybe maybe some people in the community that can put in a good word or something at some of the places like Apex. I might not. Maybe our community hadn't grown big enough yet for me to get in over there or something. All right, come on, let's keep pushing. I want to see this thing get back up here. I don't know if we can quite get to the 50 without it being. We still got a lot of room for expansion here. Look a lot better if this gets above the 50-yard line on the indicator right here for that push up. Let's go. Anybody getting this long down here off his bottom? Beautiful trade. Beautiful. I'm gonna put me a sell here. 5. I don't need to be giving a whole bunch of this back. If I get stopped out, I can reposition. This don't really go the way I want it. I want it to get up here, like I said, to the 50. Nice. I want it to get up here. Prime's in. He's done for the day. Awesome, Prime. Awesome. Look at this. Go on, get it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Talk about a trade. Come on. Just a little more. Well, not a little more. I need over $1,500 more to pass it. Come on. Let's go. Push. To the moon, Jake said. To the moon. Prime said that he got this and was done for the day. Anybody else get in this long down here? They'll have room for expansion to the upside, so they're fighting. Come on, let's push it. Nice job, Melinda. Nice job. Beautiful trade. Come on, let's go. They tagged me up there. It's a 100-point move from my entry. Let's go. Get it. They fighting right there around that prior open and prior close line. Do it. Do it. And at about 440 to 445, maybe. I think I'm going to try to hold on to these last 5 for right now, because even if we get this first red candle on this extension here leg, even if it pushes down some, I think that they're still going to try to push, because there's so much expansion there. Although I don't need to be giving back the whole move or nothing like that. I have to say I protect myself under the golden pivot here. Now, I don't know. I'm just gonna probably close this manually. I'll see what this red candle does here. They need to show me that they want to push this back up. Melinda's calling it today. All right, Melinda, we'll see you on the next one. Appreciate you being here. Nice. Come on, let's push. Come on, come on. Give it to me. Go. Now, if they can push up into this area and tag me out, I'm gonna go short up here. I think it'll definitely be ready. I think if they get that high. Stop back down here under this wick, last red candle, and let it ride and see what happens. Beautiful V shape right here. See how much nicer this drive is than when we got this ugly drop back here at the open and that ugly drive. This is the kind that you like. Pretty much candle over candle, what Jake's all the time talking about. Up here under this candle, I can lock in. I don't, I mean, I know this is more than a base hit, but no reason to be trying to get greedy on the chart, you know. Come on, push up there and sweep that and put me short. Beautiful, beautiful trade. I like it. Don't know if push. Push up. I was looking for that 443 area. Well, my order's at what, 442? So you can get up there and tap that. Beautiful trade. Beautiful trade. All right, I'm going to be looking to short right here. We're tapping into the 50 EMA on the 5-minute chart. I'm hoping that we get a first red candle here, and I'm not going to do it that way though. What I'm going to be looking for is a first red candle. Like I said, we're tapping into the bottom side, the 50 EMA on the 5-minute chart, which could be, it acted as a magnet, could reject here. So I'm going to look for my entry on the 1-minute. Yeah, Harris, that patience paid with that one for sure. Still got about $1,200 or so to go if I want to pass this event. So take this short here. See if we get the push back down. Cover some here. Look at structure here, right here. I'll sell 5 right there. Come on, don't do that to me. Push it down. Give us some relief. Still have plenty of room to expand on the 5-minute chart. But we should do some kind of cool off here. Try and be patient with this. I'm not trying to give back a whole bunch, so I'm going to have to close out of this trade if it does want to keep grinding up. That 5-minute candle closed in about 48 seconds. And if it closes below the 50 EMA, should be good. 10 minis long, Vindy. I don't know about all that, Jake. I definitely not doing no 10 minis from right here. I'll take these 10 micros short. 1 mini. Hey, micros can pay too. That's what I'm trading. And I caught that V just right. All right, that 5-minute candle's closing in about 10 seconds, and it's below the 50, so I'm expecting to see some rejection here. The question is what kind of relief might we see? I mean, it don't have to be a lot. It might just be a base hit, but we're gonna hold and be a little patient and see what it produces for us. I am gonna move 5 of these tight though, not tight, but right up in here, because I don't need to hold 10. Have 5. I'd be happy with that. So nice, beautiful. Keep going. Man, what if they V'd this back down and gave it all back? Now that would be something. Beautiful, beautiful. Drop that cover to the 50 EMA. What's so funny, Slay? Oh yeah, stop me. No, I'm not letting that go against me. I don't like the trade that much. Not to be giving it all back. But, no, I could see something. Oh, look at this. Stop me now. Don't they know I'm trying to pass an eval? What is it doing? Come on. Let's go. Let's go down. Let's go. Let's go. Drop that. Drop that bad boy down there. That's what I'm talking about. Go. How low can you go? How low can you go? Get it. Tag it. Tag it. Break structure retest. Kind of iffy. Go. Let's go. Anybody catch this short up here? We said after we was in this long that we was going to try to revert, roll over and go to the short side up here. Nice. Swing caught 300. Beautiful. Nice, man. Nice. Come on, let's go. Ooh, trading ES. Minis. How low can you go? How low can you go? Come on down here and get it. Expansion. Expansion. Oh, yeah. I like it. Let's go. I moved my stop because I'm trying to pass these evals. I'm hoping it'll snap back down there. I need about 600, I think. Right, testing a new strategy. All right, all right. Sounds like it's working for you so far. I have to be careful down here around this golden pivot in case they want to bounce down. Although we got plenty of room for expansion on the downside. I got you, son. Yeah. A lot of times it's all about size and, man oh man. Ooh wee. Come on. Oh, come on. Well, I'm out of that trade, so now I'm gonna sit on my hands because this right here is a whole lot, you know. Um in these two trades that we just took here. So I'm about 2,400 almost. So I'm gonna just take it easy for a minute. This is where mistakes can start happening because we did two really good trades there, and I want to pass them. And this is where your mind can be like, I only need this much more. I can pass these today. For me, it's make about another 600 or so, and then they're passed, and then you think, well, we just made this long trade and then we just made this short trade. Surely we can get 600 more dollars. Well, that's when you start thinking like that, is when you blow the eval. So I need to step away from that right now. That's when forcing trades becomes a thing because you're like, oh, I can get that. The reason we got that is because the setups that were before us that set up in front of us, and we was able to look at the chart and be like, okay, the R&R here is worth it, especially after this drop here swept this 4-hour zone, and come back up. All the kill zone indicators were exhausted. They were ready to bounce. So I hope that was a good lesson with all that. I appreciate that, Harris. I mean, it's stuff like that. Even myself, I'm really good with my discipline. I don't have any emotions trading and stuff. But I can sit here and tell you, after making them 2 trades and getting that close, because you heard me at the beginning, I want to pass these evals, and to get that close, you know, and I know that I need to not trade right this second, even if it sets up, I might sit out. I don't know. I've been there, done that type of thing, you know. There've been times when I needed less than $100 in an eval and end up blowing an eval. Trying to force stuff. Lessons are learned though, the hard way. There we go. Swang was talking about what if it gave it all back, and look at this V coming back down. I mean, that's a pretty good looking drop. Not quite as steep as the long, but I mean, they're doing a pretty good job dropping that. You know, if they can come back down here and tap that 4-hour zone though, I might look for another long down here out of this area. Maybe just go in smaller now that I've got that much in these evals. Maybe just take 5 instead of 10. I've been trading 10. Yeah, you done that more than once, Swing? Yeah. Well, I mean, I have too. I wasn't trying to say I've only done it once. Let's say that I've done it plenty of times. What a day, guys. What a day. If anybody in chat is new, you like the stream, smash that like button on the stream. Help push it out further. And gotta check some things out here. See what's going on over in the Discord real quick. There. Sounds like everybody on stream had a pretty good day. Sounds like most everybody's been green. That's a great day. And look, it's 11:45 and we didn't even have to reboot today. That makes me happy. Seems like if we get past the first 30 minutes of the market open, maybe a little longer than that. Once we get past that time frame, it seems like we're okay. Usually if the stream locks up, it's usually within the first half hour, it feels like. Look at that. Like I've been talking about, I was trying to get to 600 subs on YouTube by the end of this month. because if I do, that means we'll have gained 100 new people to the community just this month. We're at 589. We just need 11 more people. If I believe that if we hit that milestone, I'm probably going to do some kind of sale on some of my tools and whatnot, kind of discount code or something, probably if we hit that milestone. I appreciate everyone's support. I can't even get my words out. Yeah, I think that trade's got me like I'm not even looking at the chart. I don't want to get into nothing right this second. Discipline and patience. We're looking pretty exhausted on the 1 minute indicator kill zone. The 2 minute is got a little ways to go. So does the 5 minute. You know, if both of those can get down a little bit further into the exhaustion zone, oversold, then I'll be looking for a possible entry into a long side maybe. And if you're new here and hadn't heard me go over it, here on my chart, let me grab my cursor. Here on my chart on this kill zone indicator right here, if I'm not usually going to be looking for a long unless this thing is down here close to this green line, you know, or between this green line and this bottom precision entry box in here. And then I'm going to be looking for my shorts when it's up here, you know, around this red line or this, between that and this box, precision entry box. Anything in between that, to me, is more of a, hey, I might ought to stay out of the trade. It's going to be choppy conditions. You know, I still need to give it time to get where it needs to go before I take a trade. Never get in a trade here in the middle. No, I shouldn't say never. There are certain cases, you know, if you've been in a chop zone and this is working its way up, the indicator is, and you cross, say, the 50-yard line, and say up here you break structure on the 1 minute, break a mini 1 minute structure, plus that coming across the 50-yard line, and then the 2 minute and 5 minute be looking pretty good as well, then yeah, take the entry, the break of structure or the retest, you know, whatever fits your trade plan. But there's got to be a reason why you're going to enter a trade when it's up here around the 50. Otherwise, I wait until I'm exhausted on one side or the other. I know I have higher probability for my trade plan to work if I wait. Even better, not only just with the one, because I watched the 1, 2, and 5 on my trading view screen. If all of them are getting close to being in line, like the 1 might be here, the 5 might be down inside this area trying to curl, and the 2, when all 3 are in agreement, that's more confluence. Harris is done for the day. We'll be back tomorrow for sure. Hey, I appreciate it, Harris. Thank you for the support. We'll see you tomorrow on the next one. Same place, same time. We're going to hang out here still for a little while. See what else forms up on the chart. Remon, I appreciate that. Glad to have you here. Appreciate the support. Usually here 5 days a week. I may have a day coming up. I thought I was going to have a day this week. I wasn't going to be able to stream in the morning. I'm not sure yet. But if I do, I'll let everybody know as soon as possible. Day, what a day. What I'm sure probably nobody's in a trade right now, unless maybe you're scalping or something. ATR is down about 15 range on the 1 minute. I'd like to see them I'd like to see them maybe try to test that low to the left where we had that big drop. Maybe get down there and test that area for a bounce up, or for them to drive it back up to the lower high area, somewhere right up in here. And maybe get this up here, this kill zone, pushed up and exhausted by getting up in that range somewhere. I'd get rid of that green trend line sitting up there for no reason. Nasty. What's this about? It is 11:55. And that 12 o'clock area is one of them areas that I kind of pay attention at as far as time during the day when I'm thinking about being in a trade or taking a trade. What do you guys think? You think we can get these evals passed today? I think I'm about ready to get back in it. Well, not get in a trade, but I'm ready to take a trade. But I need to set up, I need to see a push higher, but in a lower high. Let's see if we can get us a itty bitty trend line drawed here on the 1 minute. Nice. Kim said she just passed one. Awesome. Anybody in chat that is from Discord, that that's KCat from Discord, elite member over there. Just so y'all can familiarize people in chat with the Discord. Faster another eval. I'm trying, Cat. I'm working on it. Trying not to push it though. Yeah, they sure have slowed it down, hadn't they? Excuse- Fall asleep over here watching this chart. Barely do anything. Yeah. Maybe we'll get lucky and they'll move us one way or another. Allow us the opportunity to take some money from the market. I feel like that the ATR is not correct with the price action. I think the ATR is lower than it's saying. Got this holding pattern down here. Top zone. This is to be expected maybe after the leg down, the leg up, and then this leg down. You know, now they wanna chop around a little. I like that. Is anybody in the chat in a trade? Maybe, maybe took a trade and now you found yourself caught in the chop, maybe? I guess that's safe. Nobody's responded to that. All right, what are we gonna do? We're gonna break out of the bottom of this top zone or what? Come down here. Maybe say maybe they break out of the bottom of that chop box. Expand down a little bit. Back to that 4-hour zone, maybe tap at. Protect this low for a leg up or a relief bounce. It's looking pretty ugly though, so they might just want to take it down. I will be looking for a bounce out of this area though, depending on what my indicators are telling me, my kill zone. Right now, the 1, 2, and 5 are pretty exhausted as is, so I'd be willing to probably say, I'd be willing to set an order down here and get picked up on the drop for a bounce. Is if they can even get it down there. They pushed up pretty good on that when they just dropped that down. They keep trying to push down, fill that back up. Well, anybody looking to go long down here in this area? They could be setting this up for a little push, maybe. They stepped in here and pushed this back. Put in that little red doji there, but then they got this green candle close. It's questionable though, because we're still so bearish. What if they really need to get above 395, it looked like. Get above this line. They need to push up, close above that line pretty good. And then they got to worry about tackling these little 2 lines here, prior day open and close. Come on, let's go. Do something. Swang said he is yep, he's looking for a long out of this area down here. I'm with you on that. I think I'm too low though. You know, I wanted it to come down and test that low. Don't look like I'm really going to get that, at least not right now. They need to get above 50 EMA though on the 1 minute. And then take that line out that we put in up here. If I was going to get long, I would want to see them build that structure into that phase before I probably got in. Unless they come down here and get me. I'll get long down here, but I don't know about right here where we're at. Although, see, earlier I was talking about where the indicator is inside here. Now it's getting close. Now, if it can cross the 50-yard line and break the structure all in one candle, then I'd be like, okay, that might be a good long to take. AK, thank you, Vindy. Green and locked. Locked and locked. I like that. Great job. Great job. Happy for you. Been a pretty good day, considering, you know. See, now I'm not too sure that I'm liking the way this is shaping up, because if they try to drop this here, let me get my order off screen. They ain't gonna run down there and tag me like that. Looks like, I mean, what if they drop this? Now my kill zone's up here at the 50-yard line. I guess it might still be a valid play right here. Because if they did drop to there, that should drop this, exhaust this all the way down to the green line. And then all the indicators are exhausted, 1, 2, and 5 minute. But they could stay down there, you know? One of two things is going to happen. They're going to push this down and bounce pretty good out of this box, or they're going to push down and take this low out, and it's going to get ugly to the downside. That's a for sure scenario that's going to be in play if they get down here. That's why I was looking back at the chart earlier when I was being quiet. I heard that. Did somebody say I need to be quiet more often? I love seeing all the people in chat that making that green today. Makes me happy. It would also make me happy if they give me one more trade setup to pass these evals. But if they don't, I'm good with that too. Just be on to another day, right? There's always tomorrow. I have to survive to trade another day. I hope they do something. I'll probably, in about 45 minutes or so, I will probably be off, go eat lunch maybe, and do some stuff around the house. I need to do some yard stuff. I need to do a whole lot of things. I need to finish filling the swimming pool up so we can start cleaning it. Hook the pump back up. The list just goes on and on of things that need to be done. Ours sitting around 11 or 12 on the 1 minute. Anybody has any questions about anything, throw them in chat. Now, if you know any other traders and that like to trade this style that we trade and trade structure, let them know where to find us. If you want to help the community grow and you're part of Discord, you can add the FTE profile tag to your profile name. That way, whenever your other Discords or servers or anything, they can just click on the tag and see our room or join the Discord that we're all about. Only if you wish to do so. Flang said no question, just watching the. You let me know in chat when it does something, because I'm talking, I'm not even looking at my computer. That I'm watching one of my Great Danes sleep and thinking about how nice it must be to have that life. Uh-oh, he heard me talking about him. Opened his eyes and looked. Now he'll be over here in my face in a minute. Chop, chop, chop. This is definitely not my favorite time of the day. What in the world? I guess it was bound to happen though after these moves that it made, huh? Down and up and then back down. It had to find somewhere to be like, hey, we need to stop and calm down, and we need to chop around just for a little while. We made some crazy moves. Trade plans will stay the same. I mean, looking for this box, or we're looking for something up here. Kind of test or put in a lower high. balance on the 5-minute chart somewhere up in that upper box there. Might not be exact, but it's close enough. So we got some 1-minute imbalance, 5 minutes upside, and we got our box draw down there for precision entry bounce to protect the low. Heading for the buy down here. Go up, so I'm gonna have to break out and make a move one way or another. That's maybe if we talk about it enough, it'll just do it. I couldn't see them really getting up here to this top box without a short play setting up before that. There might be room to expand on the 5-minute to here, but not on the 1 and the 2. They would be really, really exhausted up here. I know what time it is. It's time to fire his treadmill up. Get my mind clear by doing some walking. Let it go up. Let it go up so we can catch that short play. Gonna give it to us. News is back. All right. What we got going on here, you know? Still got a little room. They could push this on up to this next box up here. We'll be getting ready for a short play. That's kind of what we've been waiting on. EWAP now, yeah, it's testing the 50 EMA on the 5-minute. Which the last test that we had on the 50 EMA on the 5-minute was back here on this drop right here. Went short on that play when it tested the 50. Got 3 minutes to close though, so I mean it could bust above. Just a few seconds for this to close, but even if this candle closes red, I'm staying away from it short right now. Oh, Jake said Vance is on CNN. I might not on a trade at all right now. This is the play I've been waiting on for them to drive up so I could get in short on the exhaustion of the kill zone. And it might be, this could be my opportunity and I just missed it. We'll see how it plays out. They still have quite a bit of room on the 5-minute extend to the upside. So I will just hold. I will hold off for this moment. Let's see. If you're new to the chat today, and you like the room and the way we trade and everything else we got going on, smash that like button on the stream if you would. Like it's shaping up to where I missed my play that I was wanting to play. Especially if they drop this much more, you know. Sometimes you leave one though. I didn't really like the way this red candle looked, you know, came down and then sucked all the way back up, left that wick. Still got some down move put there, so although this could just be a little bit of relief, it might not be a big drop. Now the 21 EMA and the 50 are both right here together. They could possibly try to push it down to that area, but then push it on up because there's expansion on the 5-minute still. ATR is around 17, 18 on the 1-minute. Did anybody catch this long out of the zone down here, out of the chop zone? If you did catch this out of chop zone and got out, nice trade. Of course, I missed it. And I passed on the short here. So, for the reason that I'm thinking they might try to still push this up on the 5 minutes. So, say they push this on up a little bit on the 5 minute and get it up into this line right here, inside that box or so, then I might revisit the whole maybe go short thing. But see. The R's creeped up over 20, 21, 22. Starting to like this a little bit better for the short. Still want to see a little bit more push. Although they could say that they pull this candle down. It's got 30 seconds or so. If they can pull it to the downside, say around 415 or 416 and close down there, then it would be closing back under the 50 EMA on the 5 minute. Although it don't look like they're going to do it. And I still can't play first red candle right here. Not too sure I like it here either. Patience pays. And we're going to stay vigilant on the rules and the discipline. Because supposedly there's something going on in the news right now. I don't know if it's affecting anything. I mean, it ain't like the market's moving huge moves and wild just yet. But I'm allowing my 5 minute kill zone to get exhausted. You know, it's getting up there pretty good. They can make another push into this box up here. And then we say push into this box good, maybe even get to the top of it, maybe even sweep it. Then when I get a first red candle on that exhaustion across all 3 time frames, I'll probably be looking for the short. I might size down, but I'll be looking for the short. What do y'all think? Anybody out there thinking we ought to go short up here in this area somewhere? Give me no big red candle. Just I want you to close red though. Five minutes still has some room. On, let's go. Drop. Give me a hard drop. Go, let's go, let's go. Lang said he wants it higher before short.
Try to be patient here. Sometimes you gotta let them work. All right, Kat. Thanks for being here. She said she passed another eval. Great job. I want to get the granddaughter. Love it. You have a great rest of your day, Kat. We'll see you on the next one. Let's go. I don't know if I can get the drop out of here that I need to pass these, but I'm gonna try to be patient enough. Let it produce a short here because we're exhausted. Not mean it's gotta doesn't mean it's gotta work. As you seen yesterday, one didn't work right off the bat, and I ended up 70 micros deep in one. I mean, it worked at the end, but I had to manage the trade very carefully. How much of a drop I could get out of this if they drop. I don't know if I don't with 5 micros. I don't think I'll get enough drop to pass these. I'd probably have to go in a little heavier if I wanted to pass them, but I'm not comfortable enough to go in any heavier right now. Nice. Dean is green, 450 on the day. Great job, Dean. Excellent. Done for the day. Hey, nothing wrong with that. I'm gonna be done here pretty soon. This will probably be my last trade, at least on the stream. I might come back in Power Hour if I have time. Maybe. Come on, let's go. Get that drop. I better wait and give it a little more time here. I'd hate to get myself stopped out too soon. Since this is eval, I'm going to give it a little more time to breathe. If it was a funded, I'd be chasing it with that stop and at least locking in some of these micros. Jake said, come on, 50-point drop. Yeah, I wish. I'm talking about. Come on, give us 50 points. Give us 100. How low can you go? $100-point drop at that put us all the way down in this area. Woo! So if we're getting back down there anytime soon. This hadn't rolled over very well just yet. Still going to try to be patient here, but this should have rolled over more than this already. You know, at least get down here to the around 415 range. You know, get down around the 21 EMA down here. That way we can start thinking, hey, what's our next break? You know, if they come down here and break below the 50, then this could get down pretty good. But they first need to get down here to the 21 EMA area, 418 now. So, and they need to do it with a pretty good candle. Seems like there's a whole lot of indecision going on in the chart up here. And minute by minute that I'm in it, I'm thinking I might end up closing it because it's not doing what it should be for me. Not yet. I thought we was going to get it with this red candle here and they sucked back up. But I'll hold on for right now, I guess. Well, let's go. I'll quit pushing back. Sellers need to gain control and just push it. push it hard down to the downside. All right. You keep messing around, I ain't gonna be holding 5 forever. You can do it. Let's go. Roll it over. Roll it over. My position size a little bit smaller because I don't like what it's doing. You know, it's one thing to be patient and hold because the trade plan is moving in your favor pretty good. You know, this is not doing anything in my favor currently, but starting a whole nother chop zone. Ain't no way. I don't think so. Now I got one. I'll hold just the one because now I can manage my risk a lot better to my liking. You know, because then if it I might hold on and let it go against me, you know, and then average back in it. See? And then if it finally does roll over from here, at least I got a little skin in the game, and then I can give it more breathing room since it's just one. And I'll hopefully lock in a base hit, you know what I mean? Or if it really starts going my way and starts breaking structure to downside and gaining momentum, I can always buy another, you know, in a winner, add to a winner. So we'll see. This is one of them trades that just gets on your nerves. Nothing like it not doing what you want it to do right out of the, not necessarily right out of the gate. Of course, you love it to go your way right out of the gate. But you know, we don't put in. I think it's been like 10 minutes since I've been in this trade, or getting to like 10 minutes. I mean, come on, at least be moving the right way. Well, that's way down there, Jake. I mean, we got ways to go. I wish it would go down there and hold it like 24 197 or 200. Yeah, swing, and that's kind of how I feel, you know, about that whole situation. And you could be right, and that's why I went ahead and scaled out of some of mine because I didn't like the way it was working. Because if something like that were to happen, I would prefer to have one micro than 5, you know, or one. I wouldn't even want one mini on a day like today. That's why I went ahead and got out of 4 of those because if that candle goes against me, either I cut it and take my loss, or if it gets a big candle and finds itself inside some type of resistance inside structure and all my kill zones are still exhausted, then I'm probably going to average in a little heavier. I mean, I think we got room for a beautiful drop, but yeah, I mean, might as well, right? Take some off, leave a little skin in the game if you want to stay in the trade, but at least make it a little more manageable. It help you control emotions and the psychology part behind the trade. You know, it's harder to hold 5 in this mess than it is 1. Emotionally, I can look at 1 and be like, well, how big of a loss am I going to take? Plus, these evals are up like a lot. You already know that. I mean, I can't blow them with one micro. I mean, I guess you could, but I'm not. I know how to hit that close button. But I'm also not now I'm not positioned well enough to pass them either, holding 1 micro. So I got a mixture of all swing. I got some 50s, got some 150s. I even got a couple 25, well, probably a handful of 25. Got to have a mixture in there, you know? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think if you blow a eval using 1 micro, then the trade was against you a long time ago, and you need to learn how to cut your trades. But I'm sure somebody out there has probably done it. I kind of don't even want to leave my sell down here or my buy to cover. I want to see some kind of glorious drop out of here. You know, if this thing could drop, if it could really roll over, I would maybe add to it. Maybe. Now the 5 minute just started to curl real good in the exhaustion zone, but the 1 minute's going to get to the exhaustion zone real fast compared to the 2 and the 5 from what it looks like. Yeah, right. I hear you, Swang. I would be thinking the same thing. I mean, uh, crazy. I'm sure somebody's done it. I'm gonna keep holding through this for now, even if it comes back and I get red again, because the 2 and the 5 got a long way to go to the downside, expansion to the downside. This 1 minute is what's going to cause us some people to rip and run from the trade because it's going to allow some bounces and triggers like that. Yeah, that'd be like holding through this mess back here, swing on the left. This drop we had right here. Say they had like 1 mini, had 1 mini, and be like, why would they keep staying in it and staying in it, staying as it's breaking structure to the downside? But well, especially with a funded. You know, people who trade and their stop loss is the buffer. No, I don't think so. That's crazy. I don't really understand that. Uh, I don't really understand that method at all, but I'm sure there's a lot of people that do it. I've heard stories. Yeah, and you don't want to do nothing that's going to get you banned. You want to stay within whoever rules with whichever prop firm you're trading. You know, no reason to be getting banned. Well, even with some prop firms, you probably got to be careful with your dollar cost averaging in. I know most of them let you, but if you got to have a plan behind it, you can't just be out here wildly saying like, all right, I'm going to buy some more right here, and then I'm just going to, it goes against you, and you click on that button. You have to have a trade plan in place where, you know, I'm going to let it go against me to this certain point if I'm on dollar cost average in to this part of structure. And if I like the way things are looking, I'm either going to, if I don't like it, I'm going to cut it at that structure. If I do like it still, then I'm going to dollar cost average in. You have to have a plan around it. If you can prove your strategy in the way that you trade, you should be fine. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. How low can you go? How low can you go? What are we in at? 439? Move this down here. I think we can get 100 points out of it. Probably not. Can't say we didn't try though. Put a stop in it. I'm not going to let that go all the way again. A small base hit, but I'll take it. Jake said he's ready to dip buy. I'm not ready to dip buy. Not yet. I will. I'll be on that train with you though. If I find a good entry to go long that I like, I'll go long with you. So, this they done down here and swept the 50 EMA on the one. Ooh, top. Oh yeah. Absolutely. Well, see, ideally what I want to do here is I want them to actually move down to that area, and I'll cover here. And if they move my way, I will adjust this buy limit to say 4 or 5. That way it'll cover my short, and I'll go long right at that price. It just depends on if everything else is lined up with that when we get there, if you know what I mean. Beautiful trade so far. Being patient worked out. I probably wouldn't have been this patient had I held all 5 though. I'd have been like, no, I'm done with this trade. But leave one, leave a little skin in the game. I'm going to try to leave my cover here, my buy stop. I'm going to try to leave it just up past the 21 EMA. And then if they sweep it and tag me, then I guess I just have to deal with it. Because a lot of times they'll come back and tag them EMAs on them pops like that and then drop. That one swept it and got me. So, I'm fine with that. Still a good trade. Good lesson there. So, at least I felt like it was. And how to deal with it. What a day, guys. What a day. If you're new on the chat, smash that like button if you like what we're doing and trading with structure. We only need 8 more subs to get to 600. That would be 100 subs in less than a month. Making this community grow with everybody's help. Thank you for that. Jake, I don't know. You think we can get that pullback down that far? I think by the time we got down in that area, we might need to be looking at a lower spot to get in at if they get back down there too fast anyway. I'd definitely be on that down there in that area if they got there fast. If they start draining this off pretty slow, grinding it down here pretty slow, I would have to skip over thinking about that long and maybe come back down to this box we got down here. Yeah, that's kind of what I look for when I come back at power hour. I'm usually looking for the long in power hour, but I'm looking for that sell off, that a lot of times they'll do during power hour and wait till all the indicators get exhausted, and then I'll start trying to build a long position. It didn't happen for me yesterday. The real move was after the market closed around 4:30, like that. Or like that. Take this one out. Take this one out. Clean it up a little bit. We can take this line off. At least 24,160 did my top 50% cover. Hard drop to low. Yeah, I like that idea, Jake. And at 24,360, just below the golden pivot here. You got just shy of 10 points of imbalance on the 1 minute chart, getting down into that area. About 367, 368, there's some balance. That's just below the golden pivot. I could see if they got there fast. I like reaction time. You know, if we had a couple hard red candles down to that area, I would definitely be like, yeah, might be able to get us a long out of here. But if they keep doing this stupid grinding around and chopping little by little, and they get right down on top of it, I have to look at it a little bit differently for myself. Yeah, yeah, like at uh, this one back here, absolutely. That's what I'm talking about. See something like that from right there? Oh yeah. If we was in a bullish uptrend overall in the market and we got a candle into that golden pivot, that would be a first reaction play. Like I'd have my order sitting there for it to smack in and suck back up instead of waiting for confirmation. But in this bearish trend, them trades, you got to be everything needs to be dealt with a little differently. Same trades can still work, but you have to treat them a little bit different because they don't react the same. Vice versa between bear and bull trend. So I think we've had a pretty good trade day today, guys, gals, really. ATRs dropped back off to about 10 or 11. I think that I'm going to call it a day for now. I may come back in power hour. I don't know. I got some things to take care of. It's lunchtime. And I don't know if there's going to be a whole lot more action here to deal with. Unless I can short play up here out of this. Still like to pass these evals, but I'm not trying to push it. Always tomorrow. And the next day. Uh-oh, what's this about? Is this that candle they're going to do? Knee jerk. Push it all the way down here. That funky to me. Looking a little funky. What a day, what a day. Yep. Yep. Same time, same place. Remod. We'll be back at it tomorrow morning. Hopefully. And maybe we can find some more great trades. I appreciate everybody who's showed up and showed out again today. And I will see everyone tomorrow. Anybody that's still left in Discord, or I mean in the chat. Jake and Swang, I know y'all been pretty active on the chat. See y'all tomorrow. I think Kim, several people are probably out of here. I think. If not, if you don't mind, smash that like button on the stream. And I hope to see you guys back in here tomorrow. And while I'm talking, I just keep watching the chart. I need to get off here. I want to quit trading for now. So everybody have a great rest of your day. Come join Discord for free if you're not already over there and would like to. And I hope to see everybody back here tomorrow. Stay green, stay safe, stay patient, structure, confidence, and discipline, you know. And just keep at it. Let them trades come to you. Everybody have a great rest of your day.